Hi Aries, welcome to your Harsh Truth reading for July 17th through August 16th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommended reader shout out, which goes out to Mystic Moon. Hopefully you can stop by, show her some love and support. She also has an Etsy shop. She makes her own oracle decks as well as her tarot deck. I've used her Twin Flame message deck in the past. I'm a fan, so check her out, show her some love. All right, Aries, what else for the harsh truth? Hello, harsh truth for Aries. That was death right there. You could be dealing with the Scorpio, could be progressing through an ending. Not easy. Sometimes it's painful. And the Star card shows up. So this looks to be like is this perhaps a marriage? That maybe things have changed and you're hoping that to come out the other side, there'll be a difference, a renewal, a restoration. Things are different but the same. Okay, what else for Aries? Harsh truth for Aries. Aries, harsh truth. Queen of Swords. So you could be dealing with a Libra. Don't have to be a Libra, but could be. Could be male or female. Perhaps you are in either this person or you are in very decisive action mode, very sort of getting organized, getting things done, needing to make those necessary decisive decisions. The Star, that could be Aquarius, also boobies. The Hanged Man could be Pisces. Six of Cups. Five of Cups, ouch. Eight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. All right, why? All right, so what's this? Is this a reconciliation? Really? Okay. What's this Star card about? So we got 2 8s, which is new knowledge. Is this that you two are in separation right now, but it eventually leads to you two coming back together and working on things? You just need this time apart right now? Or is it that you have to take time apart because of distance or because of certain circumstances preventing you from being together, that you had to break up? All right, which is it? What's this Star card? King of Wands. Okay, so that could be Sagittarius. King of Wands. What's it? Okay, so what's this Hangman about? What's this Hangman about? Knight of Wands. That could be Leo. Okay, what's this Six of Cups about? Six of Cups. Oh, the devil. Also a 6. Yeesh. Okay, so is this you wanting to initiate talks about, like, all right, this is how we're gonna do things until we can be together again, or this is let's start talking about getting back together? Is that what this is? Moving on from the past. What's this Five of Cups? Or are you trying to heal from something that a Sagittarius did? What's this Five of Cups? Queen of Wands. Okay. What's this Eight of Pentacles about? Page of, good Lord, the whole family's here. Queen of Wands, King of Wands, Knight of Wands, Page of Wands. Awesome. So we've got, this is probably a marriage. What's this Ace of Pentacles? But no, gonna be this one. So, okay, hold on a minute. Still kind of putting it together. Either you're in separation and you don't want to be, but you're thinking like, okay, I'm really hoping that this person takes the initiative in putting us back together or restoring us, or you want to take the initiative in doing that. I get the feeling that you two are being kept from each other somehow. That like you can't get to each other. What is that? We got the Devil there and the Six of Cups. Either this is an issue long from your past or their past that you're dealing with. That either way, somebody's issue is affecting their relationship. And is it an issue from childhood? And you're both wanting to be able to be together, but you realize you have to be apart because this is a time of transition and healing for somebody in the relationship. I'm guessing it's them, but it's like you're being kept from each other and you both want the same thing, but there's something in the middle that can't. And you in particular are trying to make this work. You're doing like the lion's share of trying to heal this, to make it work, to fix it. And I think what they want is time to be able to work on themselves and to kind of, I hate to say kill the beast once and for all, but they want time to be able to work on things and to figure things out. And this is, you need to stand down and kind of cool your jets, because it feels like you're trying to solve everything and you can't, because this is not so much about you. It's about their own history and dynamics and pathology and what they're bringing to the table. This very well could be, don't get mad at me, this very well could be an enabling relationship to where you're kind of the fixer and the healer and the doer, and they're like, nope, I got to do this on my own. You need to give me space. We can't rush this. We can't shortcut this, or we're going to end up here again. By those dynamics, it's like somebody is in it just as much as you are. Like they want this also, but there's a wisdom there in knowing themselves well enough to know that, we're going to end up here again if we do this the wrong way. So kudos to them for being self-aware, but then it sucks because that's the very reason why they need to be apart from you, or you two need to be apart. What's this Ace of Pentacles? You could be dealing with Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. I think you're trying to see the good in this, which, that optimistic spirit is awesome, and don't lose that and don't discount that. And I think that could also get foreshadowed in the face, or, overshadowed in the face of all the just being kept apart and the sadness. And there is disappointment and sadness in this, because at the end of the day, this time apart is necessary. It's just Ace of Pentacles. And there's a part of it feels like too that you're trying to circumvent this separation, because in a way it's almost like they're gonna, water finds its own level and they'll be able to still not survive without you. I don't want to say it like that, but if they're able to, well, this is kind of taking a weird turn, but there could be the possibility that for some of you, if this person, it's almost like there's a fear that they are okay with being without you, and their self-sufficiency or becoming independent, you might feel like you don't have as much of a place in their life, or that you're not as valued. And don't feel that way. Just saying. It's unfounded in this situation for one thing, but this is supposed to be a time apart for you also. It's not just only for their benefit. This is for you to be able to get grounded and to figure things out on your end as well. Don't discount that. Don't make this time apart all about them and waiting for them and planning things for them. And this gets to be about you also. Use this time wisely. Just saying. Okay, all right. What's this Ace of Pentacles about? This Ace of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Okay. This Two of Wands. This is Ace of Pentacles and Two of Wands. This is Ace of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Okay. Well, we got agreement then. So this is something that you two have agreed upon, and it feels temporary. It feels like there is going to be a reconvening to discuss, to plan, to meet. I keep getting this kind of fear that there's like that this person is going to be okay with the way things are now that you two are in separation, and they're supposed to be dealing with whatever it is that you two have decided to separate for or whatnot. And they're going to be looking at their options and wanting to figure things out and looking at kind of healing and just being like, okay, what do I want? Like, this is a time for me to figure my stuff out, and what do I want to do? And we got this Ace of Pentacles here, so it's not over. So they're going to be looking at what they want. You're going to be considering if you want it. There's a shocker, because there's this fear, or it feels like up until that point, there's this fear of you feeling like you're not going to be as valued or needed the more that time goes on that you two are apart. So this could be a marriage separated by business. Like somebody's contractually obligated to be in a certain state or place or province or whatnot, province, because of business. And lo and behold, this is somebody finding out, you know what, I'm okay on my own. I don't really need or want this connection or whatnot. There's a fear of someone realizing that. So this is you wanting to make plans initially to kind of stave that off or to be overly involved or whatever. And then lo and behold, you're starting to think, okay, how do we do this? Now that how do I do this without this person? But then all of a sudden it becomes, do I want to do this? Or how do I want to do this? Or it's not doubt. I just feel like you kind of surprise yourself by thinking, wait a minute, what do I want? So it's kind of, there's a little twist here that you don't see every day. It feels like initially you're all gung-ho for kind of, all right, you're on board about this and you're figuring this out and we're going to do this and you're making plans and whatever. But then when it comes time for you two to come back together, there's something about some kind of healing. At the very, one of the things that this could be is somebody goes away for some kind of treatment program or some kind of intensive counseling or something. This is just a scenario, whatnot. It, could be that. But there's an agreeing on separating for someone to handle something, whether it's, okay, I got to fulfill this business contract, or, hey, I got to get a handle on my past and my issues. And originally you are all for holding down the fort. I got the kids. Don't worry about it. I got the kids. We'll focus on this. We'll figure this out. And then when it comes time to that period is ending, when it's time to kind of welcome each other back into the fold or to decide what to do, it's not that there's indifference or doubt so much as there's like, well, hey, do we have to go back to what was? Do we have to go back to the way things were? I've changed. You've changed. What do you want to do now? And that actually leads to a greater new beginning, a more solid new beginning, even though things are kind of in flux with both of you deciding if you want it or how you want things to be. It leads to kind of a stronger connection. Originally, it feels like this person kind of wants to go away to work on things and to figure things out, but they come back in with fresh ideas and want to do this, and here we go. Whereas you at first are like, okay, well, we can do this. I got this. Don't worry about this, whatever. And then you come back when you two meet up again, and you're like, yeah, but I don't really want things to go back to the way they were, though. I don't think I want this anymore. I want it this way, or I don't know if I like, you know what I mean? Like, you're the one that's wanting change. It's just interesting because you start off wanting to handle everything and take care of everything, and they're needing the time to do what they got to do. And then when you get back together, there's more a sense of security for you as far as, okay, well, this is, now I know what I want. And they're like, well, I've got all these ideas. What do we want to do? So it's a time of kind of meeting of the minds and figuring out what your next steps are going to be together, how you want to do this. This could also be one of the things here, because we got kids representing, it could be successful co-parenting. Maybe not a reconciliation at first. That might take time, but in the meantime, there's a focus on the kids and successful co-parenting as well. So if that's an issue, you're like, oh no, me and my partner, we're done. but there is an issue of kids, well, then don't worry about it, because it's going to be successful co-parenting. You two will continue negotiation. It'll be proactive. It's not going to be combative, so don't worry about that. But the shift is interesting, honestly, because I feel like you start off kind of worried and you end up being more discerning and choosy. And they start off needing time apart and being okay with it. And then it looks like they're kind of itching to get back in and you're more reserved. And it was the opposite in the beginning. All right. Oops. What else for Aries? What else for Aries? The Hanged Man again. So this is a time of transition for both of you. And I think you're going to be, I don't think you see it coming yet, but in the months to follow, or we're talking about 6 to 8 months here. I know, kind of long. You're like, what? 6 to 8 months. But I think you'll find that, because originally this is all about the other person and you kind of allowing time and space for what they need to do, and you're going to hold down the fort and whatever. And then as time goes on, you kind of adjust to this new normal, and it's there's been a shift. So it looks like it's all for the other person, but surprisingly, unexpectedly so, I think you find that you have kind of shifted also, and you've transitioned also, so that when you two meet up again, it's just different. There's not really a way to go back to the way it was before. You don't want that. And thankfully, this person's going to be open to new ideas or the new ways to do things. It's going to be a bit chaotic, because that's what happens when you find a new normal. There has to be agreement and discussion, and okay, try this, try that. But options are open, and it looks like discussion is very proactive, and it just leads to a greater understanding and a more solid new beginning. So nothing wrong with that, right? All right, what else for Aries? One card, please, Aries. What else for Aries? Crikey. Okay, so this is the lady in the Lenormand, but also that is just indicative of a significant other. So this is somebody that is significant, could be male or female. It just represents significant other in this reading / relationship. We also have the Ace of Cups here. So this is what's at stake here, what's at issue is a new start, a newfound love, a blossoming of love, coming together and sharing ideas or being on the same page about a love relationship. And in the context of this reading, this is about after time apart, you two come back together to rebuild. And we got the Ace of Cups here and the Ace of Pentacles. So unified on love, or ideas coming forth and flowing about love and new security. So there you go. I hope that's what you want, honestly, because it doesn't have to. I mean, this is your reading, or this is general, always at your call, right? Your will, your call. So you do what you want. But if you do want the new beginning, it's there. I think the surprising twist, though, is that somehow, some way during this whole time apart, the process shifts, or the focus shifts from being there and available and handling things for the other person to all of a sudden, what do you want? So that's never a bad thing, right? Okay, I forgot the dice. Hold on. What else for Aries? What else for Aries? Tower reversed. Haha, Magician reversed. Okay, so this could be Scorpio. It could be Capricorn up here. I don't know if I mentioned that. Gemini or Virgo. This is ideas having to be put on hold. And crisis averted. It's almost like this could have torn you apart, but it didn't. And for now, ideas are going to have to be put on hold. There's probably a lot of potential, a lot of what you want to do and how you want to do things, but for now, it has to be put on hold. There's no going forward together, because someone's like has to be uninvolved at this point, or they have to be removed to go handle something either from their past or a job obligation. I can't tell which. I feel like this is I feel like it's, well, it could go either way, though. It feels like someone has voluntarily left to be able to go handle something They recognize they need to deal with something, very noble of them. So it's almost like crisis averted, you know? It's either treatment or we separate and they're like, okay, I want to work on this. And then we come back together, you're off and running. All right, Aries, I hope this was helpful. And I hope it works out with your person if that's what you want. This is very different than most scenarios in this context, or that usually don't work out this way. So good luck to you, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.